What is up, everyone? I'm back here with another profile for a deck I've been playing for the last like 3 or 4 tournaments. I've been playing variations of this deck for about 2 months now, and this is kind of like what I think is the most optimal of it that you can put up the most interaction with, and it is Punk Therion. I was gonna upload a profile a couple weeks ago of my list that I was playing then. Didn't do too well with it, but with the changes, I have been doing a lot better. I've been undefeated at the last 3 tournaments. So we're going to get right into it. So for the punk engine of it, it's gonna be 2 extreme jam session, 1 dangerous kaboo. Jam session search off of long gone, dangerous kaboo. 2 be searched off of Madame Spider. Just easy cards to kind of get to and play with. The field spell's insane. I would recommend playing 2 as you do go through it. Playing the Therion engine to put your Disc Coliseum up. 1 Sharkusai for the quick effect synchro. He doesn't come up all that often, so that's why I'm only playing 1 and not 2. He just kind of makes the end ward a little bit stronger. But if you don't have that 8 to synchro, you have no other punk besides an 11. And then 1 Madame Spider, just for an extra name and an extra bounce off of the synchro. 1 Long Gone, just to search the field spell and an extra way to pay 600 life points. Then the last punk one of is Dare Note. Again, you don't want to see it. It doesn't do anything past the 1 combo. Drawing it will never be good, and you'll never want to summon it again on Foxy Tune. And then the best punk, which is the search of the whole deck, is Yaman. You pay 600 life points and you search for a punk monster, which can get you to any of the other little ones, or mainly Foxy Tune is what you search. And then 3 Ogre to get to Yaman. Ogre just pitches itself to search for one of the punks that is not level 8. And then 3 Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune is the best one in the punk engine because it pitches itself for cost, and then all for effect you discard another card from your hand and special a punk that is not a level 8 from your deck. So that's it for the punk main deck lineup. The deck is a concise 40, so everything's kind of optimized as much as it can be. And for the Therion engine, I play 3 of the Endless Engine aggro system. I know a lot of decks only play 1 or cut this. I think this card's insane. It gives you recursion. It gives you a name in the grave without having to go full combo and play into the nib. And I'm also playing 3 of it because I'm playing 3 of the Regulus. And then I do play just 1 Disc Coliseum. Sometimes I wish I had like Therion Charge or something to search off of Lily, because you can get the Lily search next turn. But so far this is fine. And like I said, I do play the 3 Regulus. Regulus is insane. It gives you an Omni Negate right away. It boosts, and it gives whatever's equipped to it the same Omni Negate. And it being level 8 also helps a lot. And then for the one-ofs, I play 1 Foom. I wish this was a 8, but it is a 7. 1 of the Empress, 1 Lily, and 1 Irregular. Irregular is good because it can get really beefy, and it can destroy everything on the field by sending endless aggro system. So that was the theory behind it. It never actually came up, but it did come up to be really beefy and just be another name that you can send off of Disc Coliseum to protect your monsters. So overall, I liked the lineup. I did kind of wish I had the Psychic one, which is Bull, I think, but I don't want to draw a brick more than, I already have bricks in the deck, so I opted not to play it. And then for the last little like engine part of the deck is just the Phoenix Enforcer. So that's 3 Fusion Destiny and then Celestial and Dasher. The draw 2 is crazy because you do go through your whole hand in a combo. Dasher is crazy because you can just special summon like a Regulus or whatever you draw that's normal summonable, or special summonable. And I mean, just the package is insane. DP is crazy, and it's also level 8 in a pinch if you need that. And then I do play for kind of like the tech options. 3 Fenrir. It's a 7, and it gets you to Baron. 3 Italy, because every one of the little ones is a psychic. 2 Thrust, because it searches aggro system as well as Fusion Destiny. Or Talents. And Talents is crazy because if you get hand trapped to death and you're able to draw 2 or take something of theirs and do something with what you have left on field with that, really good. So only one of though because I don't want to really see it that much. I want to kind of see thrust and have my options there. For the extra deck, it's really tight again. Um, One of the Punk Fusions, it distributes itself to special 2 from the deck. 1 DP, as I said. Just insane. 1 access code to OTK, and for the access code pack is Unicorn and Asa. Um, you don't go into this that often, but if you do take something from Tactics or need to go just to clear the board because you eclipsed them or something, which is in the side deck, access code will do that for you, and you can have the 2 pops and then go from there. And then one of the best cards to kind of sit on is Psychic and Punisher. It's unaffected while your life points are lower, and the deck making everything pay life points. Your life points will always be lower, and then its effect to pay 1,000 will also lower them as well. And it's just a huge beat stick that's unaffected. And then a card I've been debating on playing too is the Amazing Dragon. You go into it a lot. It's good to go into your opponent's turn because it bounces back up to 4. And then if you make it on your turn or still have it on your turn, you can just special Punk from grave for free. And then of course the 1 Baron, you can put it up with the Fenrir or with the Fume. I think it's a Reaper, the Therion one, because it is a 7. 1 Jam Dragon Drive. It searches for a 3 Psych, which I'm not playing Ogre in this list. I have missed searching it, but in the times I was searching, I just search Sharakusai and try to leave the failed spell up so that way I could have the synchro play as well. The 1 Mantis, this just foolishes Lily, and that's how you get your combo started. And then for the XZs, it's 1 Gossip Shadow, just because I do put this up a lot. It's a monster, not a monster negate. It switches the effect to we both draw 1, so it can change the effect of unaffected monsters. As it's not affecting it, it's just changing that effect. It's kind of a weird ruling. So really good. For the 8s, I play Lancelot, which is a mandatory negate of the first effect your opponent activates, and it can swing direct, which is an easy way to make Zeus and an easy way to get over a huge board. 1 Falgrand, just because of the Sargus combo. So Falgrand can negate something, make it unaffected, trigger Sargus to pop something. Really good. It came up all the time, but there's not often times I make 2 8s, so a lot of the times I'm sitting on Sargus. But the times when I'm not making a huge board with like DPE, Sharkusai, and 8 Regulus Baron, then I do make the 2 8s and kind of go from there, which can get me to the next turn. And then of course Zeus. Zeus is just easy to make. That's why the Lancelot's here, because if you absolutely get murdered by hand traps or a board presence, you can always go Zeus. So again, that's it for the extra deck. 15 extra deck, 80 main, pretty standard. And then side is kind of typical, 2 evenly. I didn't want to play the third because I don't want to see as much, and I do draw a lot in the deck. Again, that's kind of why the ratios are a little bit different, because you draw 2 from your Punk Field spell. You can search through Thrust. So there's a lot of ways to get to the normal spells and traps. 3 Effect Veiler. I wanted something that interacted on my opponent's turn. I chose Effect Veiler instead of Imperm. Not actually for any particular reason, but that it was a monster that I can normal summon and still synchro with. And then for the spells, kind of a weird lineup. I have 1 Raigeki, 1 Galaxy Cyclone, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and 1 Dark Hole, along with 3 Lightning Storm and 3 Book of Eclipse. So all of these are searchable through Thrust. So that was the theory behind these cards, this and this. I played the 3 Lightning Storm because it's the better to see than any of these. I played 2 each of Monster and Spell and Trap Destructions that are normal spells for Thrust to be more active. And then just Book of Eclipse again, just to kind of fold the whole board down and go from there, and just simplify game state on their side to where all you got to deal with is back row and hand traps. But yeah, that's the deck profile. If you guys have any suggestions or would like to see anything else, just comment down below, and until next time.